Sleepiburgh, a settlement in the fertile farmland near the mountains. Nothing ever happens here, apart from some good deeds and the odd exchange of kind-hearted greetings. A disgusting pit of Hades, in other words.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sleepiburgh. Just doing the standard from the last level and transferring in my level 10 dragon. This level is potentially difficult, however, from what you'll see here, it's not very difficult at all. All there are is you basically have to fortify yourself in, and you'll notice that the opposing keepers do not have any gems and we do. So all that will happen is that we fortify ourselves in so the enemy keepers can't get to us, and the enemy keepers will eventually run out of gold. I know that it's a bit of a cheap way to win, but essentially that's the way this level ends up being played, so let's make things a bit easier on ourselves. Just put a layer down for our dragon that's come through, and now I'm going to fortify us in. Whether this was intended as a sort of training level to basically get you used to the idea of having to fortify walls where it becomes a lot more important later on in the game, I honestly don't know, but yeah, the level designers, I don't know whether they goofed or not at this point, but it's certainly a case where this level is essentially a bit of overkill. That little dink that I did there is was deliberate. Sorry for the bit of a skip there, guys. A piece of advice when recording a video using perhaps don't have Skype or any other chat program open. Just going to claim the portal while I'm here. The potential for this level to be hard is there. I mean, if the other keepers actually had gems available to them, this would be a pretty difficult level, mainly due to the fact that you are limited in the creatures that you can get to basically warlocks, dark mistresses, hellhounds and trolls. And even trolls are extremely limited due to the fact that no one on this level can build a workshop. So therefore you can't actually attract trolls. We find a way around that later in the level, but the computer is limited to never being able to build a workshop, which is another reason why the monetary way of winning it is is pretty much a guaranteed way of winning. Especially if you do what I do, when you transfer in a level 10 dragon, you basically are in a position where you're going to win the level pretty much always, because even though we are taking a hit early on, because I'm not mining any gold, don't have any rooms down currently that actually attract creatures, the dragon will make up for it in the early stages with research, and later on in the game when the opponent starts running out of money, etc., I can start using scavenger rooms to a really quite heavy degree, and make up for the fact that I don't get access to this to dragons in this level by using my my transferred one to steal all my opponent's dragons. And the only real time pressure on you here is to get this done before the first payday and mine out enough gold to get a hatchery at some point so that your dragon doesn't get angry with you because he needs feeding. Last round of fortifying, and that is pretty much the level 1. Just dig out this gold, put a treasury down there, and put a hatchery around the top, and that is pretty much it. There we go, fortified in. The only way the enemy keeper can get to us now is with the destroy walls spell. There are two problems with that. The first being that the destroy wall spell is the very last spell that you research, and it's unlikely that the computer can get that far. And the other problem being that the destroy wall spell is exceedingly expensive. I think it's a minimum of 10,000 gold to cast. And I think it goes up to a maximum of something like 26,000, and that's when it actually starts breaking walls rather than just removing the fortifications. Anyway, I've just jumped ahead here a bit, and so I've got my infrastructure down, got the dragon researching away.
Your gold reserves are running low.
But we don't worry about the gold reserves running low, because as we come over here,
a new room has been researched.
You'll notice we actually have 4 faces worth of gems to deal with here. I think the only time we get more than that is, I think it's Flower Hat level 4. I think that's about the only time we end up with more gem seams facing us than that.
A new spell has been researched.
But I'm going to mine out all of that because I'm going to need to. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put my warlocks in training, because I intend to use scavenger rooms to pretty much their maximum in this level. And in order to do that, I'll need my warlocks to be as high level as possible. And research speed isn't that important here, especially due to the fact we have a level 10 dragon.
A new spell has been researched.
This level would be slightly more difficult. I'd have to micromanage a bit more if I didn't have a transfer creature. I'd probably train my warlocks up to level 4, level 5, something like that, and then I would put them to work in the library. That said, I don't want too many warlocks in the dungeon, because, as I mentioned earlier, we can attract dark mistresses. So I don't want really more than a dozen warlocks, and that'll leave me room for about half a dozen dark mistresses or so.
A new room has been researched.
Torture room's now been researched. I'm not building a barracks because I don't use the team building ability from a barracks pretty much ever, and I can't attract orcs, so there's no point in having a barracks down. And this is the secret that's in our area. Imps are being insolent at the moment. Oh, there's a boulder, and I'm not going to save you because you disobeyed me earlier. Pick up my money though. Anyway, we will let the boulder roll, and this is why I had a this is why I put the little kink in the line earlier. You'll notice that it leads directly onto lava now and not onto the plate, and there goes the boulder.